Don't miss the brand new Sector Imperialis Objectives kit for Warhammer 40k.
Spiking bits.
What's up, hobby maniacs? Baer checking in, giving you this fresh look at the brand new objective set for, I guess, I don't know, 8th edition. There it is, 8th edition. It's launch weekend and we got a new kit, you know, not counting the whole Dark Imperium box right there. So this thing's really neat. Like, this is a cool little 7-piece little objective set that you can use for your games with 40k, because remember, you measure towards the center of objectives now in 40k, which might lead to a few arguments, but I feel like if you're playing with a respectable opponent, yeah, it won't be even a thing right there. So it comes with 2 sprues, and it's gonna make all of these cool little dooders right here. You got a Venous Stasis Crypt, a Field Medicarum, Administratum Cognitor Shrine, Orbital Vox Array, Munitorum Supply Dump, Exterminatus Device, and a Lucius Pattern Escape Pod. Everything seems to be Lucius Pattern. Man, that poor Forge-World always making all the cool stuff right there. So this box is $35. It's basically a mini kit, kind of like what we saw with the cranes and things like that. Now, it is manufactured in China, so they're going to be, the quality is a little bit different on the sprues. It's not the same quality as what we've seen in the past from Games Workshop. But what I like about this sprue is that it's like a combo sprue. It's got clear components on it, and not just this little clear see-through glass section here for the Stasis Crypt. There's also a window for the drop escape pod, and then also the lights to the operating table, which I thought was pretty neat. So we'll take a look at those in a second, but let's jump in and see how this is all put together. So there they are. There's the objectives, and it gives you an idea of the parts to make the Field Medicarum. And there you got the little duder that's on the light with the little stand, and that's the clear piece right there. That 1H is the little part there. Then you got the operating table. Supply dump is just, you know, the crate with a lid. That was easy. Orbital Vox Array, 2 parts left and right, kind of clamshell type deal with 4 supporting struts and antennae there on the top. And then we got the Exterminatus device itself, which is a top, a bottom, a middle ring, and a control panel right there. Everything seems to be run on skulls, not Duncan, D-U-K-I-N, the donuts, in the new 41st millennium, I suppose. Supply dump's going to be these little big ordnance shells right there. Lucius Pattern Escape Pod, top and bottom, and then like the wrecked part here at the very bottom, and there's a lid that goes, kind of snaps on the back and kind of props it up, and then the little clear glass piece right there gives you an idea how it goes together. And then the Venous Stasis Crypt as well, which is going to be your bottom, your back brace piece, your top, all this sealed into the glass, and then you've got your little Venous specimen in there, which looks to be a gene stealer with a gene stealer vertebrae kind of held up and attached to it at the very top right there. But yeah, I mean, you could put anything in there. That's about a 25 mil round right there, so you could probably put anything in there that isn't already on a base. So let's take a closer look at the sprue itself. Now, I like how they did this. I don't know if it seems almost like it's fused, almost like it looks like it just slot in there, but maybe, I know it's definitely locked into there somewhere. So I don't know what sort of wizardry they are doing in China to produce something clear along with a normal gray opaque resin right there. Now imagine, I mean, Gundam's been making stuff like this for years, so I shouldn't really question it. I suppose it's just the first time we've seen it from Games Workshop, which kind of opens a lot of doors for them, I suppose, when you could put like the flying stands and any of the clear glass parts actually on the sprue itself instead of cranking up a whole nother little sprue for all that. Remember, sprues cost money, and the more you can fit on a single sprue, well, the more money you save, right? I mean, by that circular logic or that flow chart of thinking right there. Now here you can see lots of different components. First off, you've got the bottom to the stasis chamber. Now this isn't the super ridiculously detailed stuff. This is not as well detailed as what you would find from something made in Nottingham, cast at the GW factories. This is something designed for terrain that is of an adequate level of detail to be used in games. There's no like ridiculous amount of detail that rivals kind of resin at some point. I mean, look at this gene stealer here. It's kind of blobby. It's a little flat. I'll be honest. Like, this is not a gene stealer you want out of the box in a multi-part kit to play with. It's just not. Like, there's no two ways around it. But does that make this set not any cooler? No, it doesn't. This is terrain. Like, who cares at that point? As long as it is pretty close to what it should look like, I'm okay with this level of detail. $35 for 7 objectives. This seems like okay math to me, I suppose. I mean, you're talking, what, $5 an objective, give or take, or $5 a piece, or an assembly. I mean, the normal miniature, what, you get a 10-man tactical squad now for about the same, $45 or so. So that's like $4.50 a figure. So I feel like it's on par, Games Workshop money-wise. It's definitely not a $10 piece of rubber right here that I still can't wrap my head around that one. Sorry to keep harping on it. I'm gonna tell it to you straight here, folks. Games Workshop I'm buying this stuff. They ain't giving nothing to me, so I'm buying this stuff. I'm going to tell it to you straight. I'm not betrothed to them. I'm not restricted by what I can say by them. They're not lining up my pocketbook. They're not sending traffic to my site. They're not telling people to watch my live streams. Nothing. You're gonna get it straight here. If I think a product's good from them, I'm gonna tell you. If I think it's I'm gonna tell you too. If I think it's total crap, I'm gonna try to word it a little better, but you're gonna be able to read between the lines right there. Am I right? I feel like that is a good stance to take for somebody that's reviewing something. So, kind of gives you an idea here. Now that the pieces are spread over the sprue itself, like you have the Exterminatus device, the top, the bottom, and in the middle ring right here. Here's your crates. Your 2 parts of your crates. Here's the top or bottom. I can't really tell at this point, but you can see right there even. That's not the detail we've come to know and love from a normal multi-part kit. So that's either the top or bottom to the Venous chamber, parts of the crate right here. There's your little support brackets and your left and right clamshell piece and your antenna for the Voxcaster dooder, and then that's probably the top as well to this right here. Bottom jaw to the Tyrannid, and control panel to the Exterminatus device. And then of course that's your clear piece to your escape pod, your clear piece lights, and your clear piece to the stasis chamber right there. Over to here, we've got the pieces to the little escape pod dropship thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. The little panel's gonna prop it up, and then you put the clear piece right there into that. Then you got more crates. Here's your your stand, your operating table. Where's your pivot piece? There's your pivot piece. I don't know what that head goes to. And then there's your cognitor shrine. There's some more pieces. Oh, it's the head to the little servitor that's got the pincer claws, and then the big Obama's right there, all 4 pieces. So that's it. 2 sprues, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, very easy to assemble. Like I said, you can tell the detail not quite there over some of the stuff we've seen in the past, but I mean, you can't really knock it. Like I said, I feel like it's reasonably priced for what you get, but don't go into it thinking that you're gonna get detail on par with some of the stuff we've seen in the past from Games Workshop, as far as the more expensive terrain kits, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And we've seen certainly less quality stuff, like some of the Games Workshop terrain that they put out for the Age of Sigmar, which might not have even been technically a plastic at that point. This stuff very rough, very difficult to work with. This at least is on par, a very basic par with the multi-part plastic that we've come to know and love. I like this innovation here. So there is that. You got this clear plastic component inside of the normal opaque gray plastic. So something we hadn't seen before. So overall, I give this a yes. You may want to buy this. Just be a little bit aware that the quality might not quite be there, but that's not exactly something that you would 100% expect from terrain you're gonna put on the tabletop. I feel like that is definitely, at the end of the day, does this do these models quality live up to the expected use? And I think if we realistically ask ourselves that question, the answer is indeed yes. So I can get behind the price. I can get behind the $35 price for this, and also the way they package it, and all the cool the cool innovations here with the clear plastics, but also maybe all of the assemblies right there. So I am I'm good with it. I'm gonna say I'm good with it. They're slowly getting better at these types of products coming out of China, or at least being produced and then distributed by Games Workshop out of China once it gets over to the UK. So that's it for this one. If you enjoy our video features here on this channel, make sure you subscribe to us and turn on notifications so you can be the very first to comment and or like our videos, and head on over to thelongwar.net. That's the home of the battle reports for exclusive content, early access videos, and more. Become a veteran of the Long War today.